What's up guys, Shirley here. Back on the beta today, we're going to be taking a look at some Spear of Bastion gameplay in the arena. We just today found out that Shadowlands has unfortunately been delayed, or fortunately depending on how you look at it. I'm actually glad it has been because balance is all over the place still in the beta, so they can take as much time as they want as far as I'm concerned to get things worked out. But we also got our pre-patch date today, which is October the 13th. I'm about a week behind what I was expecting, but at least we have a solid date now. So who knows how long pre-patch is going to go for this time around. Traditionally, it's been a month, but since the beta, or the release of Shadowlands is delayed, I don't know. I'm kind of hoping it won't be till December, but I'd probably predict end of November. But, you know, these are just pure speculation. Anyway, back on to the topic at hand, the Spear of Bastion in the arena, or just for general gameplay with arms, it's pretty dang good. It's probably the two, between it and Condemn, I'd say are the two strongest right now for arms, Covenant abilities. The banner's still pretty weak, and Shockwave just isn't that great either, but the Spear is pretty good, and the utility of it being AoE and the root cannot be understated, especially in the arena. However, I do have one fairly big criticism of it, and that is when you press the actual spell, there is a delay between your character actually throwing the spear and, you know, you pressing it. So there's the delay from the throw, then there's travel time, and then it hits. So it's surprisingly easy to miss this thing in the arena, and I'm sure you'll see in a few of these clips where people just barely are on the outside of it. So you definitely have to account, especially if you're throwing it at like max, 30-yard range. If somebody's moving, you gotta like lead your target. It's kind of odd. I would wish that it would be like Ravager, where it would just instantly spawn on your location, but if they do end up speeding up the animation, that would go a long way. Other than that, you're getting, if you're using the Pelagos Soulbind, you're getting 5% versatility all the time and 5% mastery every time you throw it. So it's got some really good burst value, especially for PvP. And if you get a whole team locked together in that spear, there's a ton of cleave potential to be had there. Other than that, though, you're getting the potion for Kyrian, which they finally fixed to work in the arena, so you can use that, especially if you're playing with like a warlock and you got Hellstone on top of that. You can have a ton of self-healing as a warrior with Kyrian potion. One of the soulbinds will actually make it even better, but turn it into a hot. But yeah, they also just today, not today, but this week, buffed Condemn finally for Arms Warriors to where it now actually does a little bit more damage, like 10-ish% more damage than the baseline Execute. Unfortunately, at the same time, it was nerfed slightly for Fury. I still think it's pretty dang good for Fury in that regard, but now since Condemn's been buffed, I'm still leaning towards Condemn, even for PvP at this point, because the potential to get just really big crits with it, and being able to cleave with sweeping strikes, I just like the playstyle of it a little bit better. Although I do realize that there are a lot of high-rated PvP warriors that are trying out the spear right now, and, it is pretty good. So I'll let the footage speak for itself. If you guys have any questions about this, feel free to leave them down below, and I'll see you next time. Peace.